Premier Doug Ford received a raucous greeting from business leaders in Mississauga, but beneath the excitement of his visit to the local Board of Trade lay unease about the tariff threat Ford has been fighting for weeks.
Between Canada and the U.S.
No doubt about it, businesses are very concerned. The other thing that concerns me is we don't want businesses to up and leave Ontario or leave Canada because they're worried about these risks.
Fresh off a meeting with the Prime Minister and fellow premiers in Ottawa, Ford expressed optimism, continuing to pitch his vision of stronger economic ties between Ontario and the U.S., and sharing a message for business owners.
When I was in Ottawa, I couldn't help myself. I ran into Costco, sat down with the folks there, and said, start onboarding. Start sourcing Canadian-made and Ontario-made products. And if you can't source them, we will source them for you. When they attack the job.
And while the Premier continues to do what he can to try to fend off any tariffs, some businesses in Mississauga are preparing for them to hit, like aerospace manufacturer MHI.
It will affect our contracts with the suppliers, with our customer. It's not easy to go back and amend the contracts and see who takes the burden of the tariffs, so that's a lot of work. It's a dilemma because, no one wants to take the burden and the extra cost. And even when you look at the contracts and the cost, you'll say, okay, well, we can accept some escalations, but we did not really think about the tariff as a condition to be included in our contracts.
She says if her company has to absorb the tariff burden, it will be a significant hit.
We won't be generating any profit and probably even barely do the break-even point.
It's a real simple.
During his speech, the Premier again said trade tariffs could lead to hundreds of thousands of job losses in Ontario and require billions in stimulus. But as he has throughout the tariff saga, he kept his message positive.
We are going to feel a few bumps on the road, but I can tell you one thing. With the Team Canada approach, we're unstoppable. We're an economic powerhouse.
Lane Harrison, CBC News, Toronto.